Hello students, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360 and today we will discuss case study number 7 and that case study is basically based on standard error of mean as we have already discussed chapter number 13, that is sampling method. And today we will provide you total 5 case study on this chapter, clear? And many questions are already provided you in your telegram group, clear? So today we will provide you the first case study, that is standard error of mean, clear? What is the meaning of that, how we have to solve this, clear? And rest case studies will be provided in your specific ABM telegram group, clear? So let's start our today's session. Case study number 7, that is standard error of mean. Let's start. So the first question on your screens now, what it tells, basically question number 1 says that basically from a population of 75 items, clear? From a population of 75 items with the mean of, basically means, basically when there is word population, so we have, this is capital N and mean in the case of population is to be mu, clear? And a variance of 18, clear? Variance here is to be 18. Here new terms comes variance. So basically till now we have not discussed basically how we can calculate standard deviation from the variance. Standard deviation is equal to under root of variance, clear? Standard deviation is basically under root of variance. And 32 items were randomly selected without replacement, clear? Here one thing they have mentioned, basically 32 items were randomly selected without replacement, clear? Basically they have sample, so this is small n. And what is the formula of standard error of mean without replacement, clear? What is the formula of standard error of mean without replacement? Basically sigma x bar is equal to sigma upon under root n small n under root, this is to be n minus n upon n minus 1, clear? So let's solve. Sigma here comes out to be is equal to under root 18. So we will write here under root 18 upon under root 32 into capital N, this is to be under root 75 minus 32 upon 75 minus 1, clear? So when we are going to calculate this one, clear? When we are going to calculate this one, we are able to get our answer. So basically under root 18, clear? So now we have to discuss one by one, clear? Now we have to understand one by one each point, clear? So please try to solve this also, clear? Please try to solve this point also. And now we have to solve this basically under root 18. What is the value of under root 18? Comes out to be 4.24, clear? Here I will write here 4.24 upon under root 32, which comes out to be 5.656. Here it comes out to be under root 43 by 74, clear? 43 by 74 under root of that. So 4.24 upon 5.656 multiply by 0.7622. So which comes out to be multiply by 4.24 0.7622 multiply by 4.24 divided by 5.656. So it comes out to be basically 0.75713, clear? Basically if we check our options, so we will get the option number B is the answer, clear? We will get the option number B is the answer, clear? So in this way they will ask question in the examination, clear? Here what they represent, basically they are given population is of 75, capital N is to be 75, mean basically mu of the population is to be 364 and the variance is 18, clear? From the variance from the variance we are able to calculate the standard deviation, because standard deviation is equal to under root of variance. And 32 items were randomly selected, clear? So basically we have selecting a sample and sample is of basically 32 items, so small n is to be 32 and basically we have to calculate the standard error of mean basically without replacement, clear? So we have taken the formula of the without replacement and we will solve the question. Clear? And we will solve the question. Hope this question clears to all of you. Now move to the next question, question number 2. So question number 2 is little bit basically we will use the table of probability also. Clear? I will solve the question and will tell you the value. Clear? Will tell you the value. Clear? So basically here they are going to tell basically from a population of 75 items, same with a mean of 364 and a variance of 18. 32 items were randomly selected without replacement. So what is the probability? Our x bar lies between 363 to 366. Clear? 363 to 366. Here one thing they have mentioned basically without a replacement. Clear? Without a replacement. So basically first of all we have to calculate here sigma x bar, because we have to calculate sigma x bar. So basically how we can calculate sigma upon under root n, here n minus n upon n minus 1. Clear? So when we are going to calculate sigma x bar comes out to be sigma x bar comes out to be 5.572, which we have already calculated in the previous question. Now move to the next point is P. P is equal to x bar minus mu upon sigma x bar. So here we have to calculate two things. So between 363 minus 364 upon 0.572, and second one is 366 minus 364 upon 0.572. Clear? So because we have to find in this range, so when we are trying to solve this, clear, when we are trying to solve this, ignoring the minus sign here, we will get 1.75 x 3.50. Clear? 3.50. If we take the value of 1.75 from the table, so what is the value of the 1.75? Clear? First of all we will take 1.7 and on the other side we will take 0.05. Clear? 1.7 and 0.05. If we check the value on the table, then basically we will get here 0.4599. Clear? 0.4559, and the value of this one is basically 0.50. Clear? 0.50. So clear, when we add to, basically we have to find the probability in this range. Clear? Basically from this to this, so we have to add both. Clear? We have to add both. So basically when we are at 0.9599, clear, 0.9599, clear, 0.9599, clear. So basically what is our answer? What is our answer here? Little bit here, little bit 0.9559. So basically we have to change it 0.9599. Clear? So this is our answer. Clear? So this is our answer. Clear? As we have already discussed in the class, basically how we can from the graph. Clear? Basically I will give you the value here. Basically when z is equal to 1.75, p is equal to 0.4599. Clear? This will be given in the question. Clear? Because in the examination they will rarely give you the probability table. Basically they will give you the some specific values. Clear? They will give you the some specific values so that you will get idea. Clear? You will get idea and able to solve the question. Clear? And able to solve the question. Now move to the next question, question number 3. Basically here they are asking basically what would be the answer. Clear? What would be the answer to the part A? Clear? Basically question 1, if we are sampled with the replacement. Clear? In the question A, basically if we have that question is basically without replacement. Clear? That question is basically without replacement. And basically if we take with the replacement. Clear? If we take with the replacement, so then what is the formula of the standard error mean? Clear? Then what is the formula of the standard error mean? Basically sigma x bar is equal to sigma upon under root n. So this is the formula in the case of with the replacement. Clear? In the case of with the replacement. So basically what is the sigma here? Sigma here is to be root 18 and sigma and basically root 32. Clear? So when we are trying to solve this, basically 18 upon 32 overall root. So basically it comes out to be basically 0.75. Clear? So it comes out to be 0.75. Clear? It comes out to be 0.75. Clear? So basically here our answer is to be this option. Clear? 0.75. Clear? It depends upon the question, basically how they will give the answer. Clear? Basically we will check out basically how much we will reach the nearest point. Clear? How much we will reach the nearest point. Clear? First two digits will match, so we will give the answer 0.75. Clear? So in this question we will give the answer 0.75. Clear? Here the role is only basically of the formulas, and at the time of the examination basically you have to remember the formulas. Clear? Basically without replacement we have also done one question, with the replacement also we have one question. Clear? Now basically let's move to the question number 4, and that is basically a new question. Clear? That is basically a new question, and with the finite population correction factor. Clear? Basically in this question they have asked basically finite population correction factor. Clear? Finite population correction factor. Clear? So basically what this question says that so I request to all of you, please solve this question. Clear? And tell what is the correct answer. Clear? Basically I will repeat once this question again. Basically from a population of 75 items with a mean of 364 and a variance of 18, 32 items were randomly selected without replacement. Clear? The finite population correction factor is used when you sample without replacement from more than a finite population. Clear? From more than a finite population. Clear? So please tell what is the correct answer. Clear? Please tell what is the correct answer. In that Telegram group I will share the answer, but I request to all of you, when you are going to watch the video, please try to solve this question and tell what is the correct answer of this question. Clear? In the comment section of the video. Clear? As all these formulas are directly taken from your Macmillan book. Clear? So I request to all of you, please solve the question. We'll discuss the other question in the other sessions. Clear? So thanks to all of you for watching this video, and I request to all of you, please try to solve these questions, and if you are facing any error, any issue, then you can comment in the comment section. We will provide you the detailed solution of that. So thanks to all of you for watching this video.